Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Bucs are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Bears defense that will need to be on its game. So now let's head on over to a rainy Raymond James Stadium in Tampa as we welcome in our announcing crew of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's something that Floridians are all too familiar with as the rain continues to fall here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Glennon. They set up the screen to Martin. That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw.
Let's go!
Following the penalty, Martin. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State. Now Glennon completes this one to Cecil Shorts. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, Martin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and the Bears take over. The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now Cutler to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on, people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not anymore. They get to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Fielded just inside the 20. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. One receiver to the left is Evans. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. One man on the backfield, that's Martin. He'll get the football here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and that brings up fourth down. Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, 8. On second down, here's Cutler. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
partner wins in the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Bucs now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Here we go now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Again, it's Martin.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go!
First down, here's the run with Martin. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go!
Glennon. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and so far.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Cutler. his throw is going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. On third down, Cutler checks it underneath to Langford. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down following the incompletion. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Glennon. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it'll bring up third down. 10 yards to go on third, and on the outside they're playing press coverage. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen to Martin. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Cutler. He's got that one complete to Eddie Royal. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. And Miller with it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Cutler. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd and 2. Now Cutler. And he's got Miller. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From midfield now, here's Cutler. The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, look at the juke. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The lone setback is Langford. Now Cutler. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Wow, I can't help it. When I see Jay Cutler throw the football and throw one like that with a big completion, I can't help but be impressed.
His arm strength, such an asset, huh?
It really is, because it gets him in trouble sometimes, but I think it gets him out of trouble more often than that.
Back to the running game. Langford spinning past him. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go now.
Now Glennon. Over the middle to Evans.
Holding. Defense.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. Evans has it left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
His throw caught right around the 6. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Cutler. And that is incomplete. Jeremy Langford, the one he was trying to get it to. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Still 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again on first down. Martin. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Glennon. They set up the screen to Martin. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to the ground, this time Langford. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. The low set back is Langford. He's going to get the football. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Bring it. Bring it. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. They go screenplay to Langford. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Cutler on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
On 3rd down, Jeremy Langford. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Finding time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Defense.
Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. In there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Throwing now is Cutler. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cutler to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, Langford. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. With 2 seconds left in regular. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown will win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a catch right side by Evans. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Glennon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Freeman in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Langford again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, they've all been going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They come out here in the eye. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Now it's Martin. And he's in there.